Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and a game between MYM and mousesports. Excuse me. MYM versus mousesports. We have Mondragon spawning as the yellow Zerg player here on the left side of the map. His teammate Cloud spawning as the red Terran. They will be going up against Geist and Sick once more. It looks like Geist actually changed his race. I believe he played Protoss, if I recall correctly, but it's been so long since I've played the games and I've actually had or reviewed those games that it may take me a little bit of time to figure out what's going to be going down here. Now, this is a true mirror match. It is TZ versus TZ. And TZ versus TZ is very, very complicated in terms of trying to throw down rock, paper, scissors. A lot of 2v2, if you did not already know, comes down to strategy versus execution. Strategy much more so, because if you choose rock against say scissors, you will have a much easier time having rock win. Sometimes the person can just have a better execution of scissors in order to pull off the win. You can see a 10 pull now coming in down over here by Sick. Meanwhile, we do not see a 10 pull from Mondragon. Mondragon going more for an economic game. And with an economic game, he's going to run into some problems. If there is some early harassment, perhaps we will see some more units later on. But I believe the timing is just enough so that Sick will be able to get Zerglings over there before Marines are really able to come out from Cloud. Cloud opening up with the double racks here on the one racks on the high ground, one racks on the low ground, and this is actually going to be really good news for Geist. Geist already has the refinery up and he has a decent amount of gas. Based upon the timing, I would say he went for a refinery barracks, and then he's going to get a reactor and then go for reactor Hellions most likely. Hellions are absolutely critical in that as long as there are Zerglings in the front to soak up and prevent any surround on the Hellions do not do friendly splash damage and are able to simply toast through and take down other Zerglings, and then the Zerglings are able to deal with the Marauders and any more Marines. You can see one SCV now trying to run away. There is going to be a sea of green now out to reach him, and now the Cloud's SCV going to get taken down rather easily. Back over here, there is one Marine up on the high ground, another SCV trying to run away as the Zerglings already pecking apart at this one barracks here. Not that much damage is going to be dealt. A Marine up on the high ground doesn't want to engage just quite yet, as Zerglings now coming in over here as well. So production wise, we see that the reactor and the factory is currently coming into play, and ooh, the Zerglings of Sick just simply getting destroyed. So yes, the early Marine and Zerglings are in time, and it is all going to come down to whether we are going to be getting those Hellions or not. There are a lot of Zerglings in play. You do not see any drone production and rarely and barely any SCV production, as well as Geist stopping his SCV production, and this is more of an all-in tactic as the Marines now going to try to push up this front door. Oh, an Overlord going to get taken down, and that's going to be bad news as Sick is not going to be able to train up any additional drones for quite some time, sitting at 18/20 or any more Zerglings. Oh, able to queue up a 3 more, and now with those Zerglings protecting those Marines, this is just not looking very good. But the metabolic boost about to be completed by Sick. Sick should be able to swarm in around relatively quickly as 2 Hellions already being trained. Those Hellions going to be very, very, very helpful in this battle. But Sick, can he hold out long enough? Zerglings now coming around. Zerglings and a Queen joining in on that fight, and it looks like the Zerglings with that metabolic boost able to get in a lot of damage against those Marines, and the sheer numbers, and Hellions coming in from behind to stop the reinforcements, and that was beautifully done. Geist getting those Hellions, and because the Sick was able to bait him into trying to attack the Zerg instead of Geist. Geist now actually has a decent-sized army, and now those Hellions are going to be going after those Zerglings, trying to get as much toasting damage there. No blue flame, but still enough to get some damage, and now 4 Hellions come into play. So those Hellions are going to be able to have their way pretty easily. Hellions are slightly slower than those Zerglings, but those Hellions with that splash damage, that line splash damage, dealing so much damage, and in a very effective counter push coming in. Infernal Pre-Igniter now being researched. As more Hellions are being queued up, you can see that the Tech Lab doesn't stand a chance. Oh, Banelings may come in and do a bust here, but if the splash damage is enough to hit the Banelings are not going to deal any damage at all. Trying to get those Banelings, and there it goes, protecting some of those other Zerglings as well. As the Zerglings now over here perhaps are going to try to run through, not going to be able to do all too much damage as more and more Hellions coming into the battlefield. Hellions running straight past any guards here, and now finishing off the Queen. Drones have nothing to protect them, and Mondragon, I believe, yeah, saying GG there. So Mondragon and Cloud losing to Geist and Sick, both of them with very effective teamwork. They were able to hold off the attack just enough. If Cloud and Mondragon had instead pushed into the Terran base, I think it would have been a completely different story. The Zerglings would not have had the speed boost on creep. The Queen would not have been nearby. And then the Hellions would have been forced to try to battle the instant they came out, as opposed to getting proper positioning. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 or 2v2 replay between Cloud Mondragon versus Geist and Sick. Yeah, Sick. How funny.